Hey guys, it's Rick User here with Airgun Web and Airgun Web TV, and we're going to continue our discussion on filling your PCPs. So I've got a big storage bottle here, and I've got a little storage bottle here, and I've got this little funny gizmo right here. What is this? This is called the HPA Fill Stick from Ninja. What this little guy lets you do is it lets you provide a regulated airflow either into a bottle to fill these big bottles, or you want to get into the real sort of testing your air gun, you can actually regulate the output directly into your gun. If you have a gun that has a fill nipple or you have one that has a probe that won't leak on you, you could run tethered. Now this is kind of very cool if you're into testing, because if you shoot these big bore guns, they use a lot of air. How do you know if you're getting the best ammo? Well, if you tether and you know you have a regulated output, that's very cool, because now I can dial my gun in to maybe right at 2200 PSI, and I can shoot different ammo choices to see which one's going to give me that best consistency. This little device lets you do that. These run right around 400, maybe a little bit more than 400 bucks. Now this comes with a couple different ends. This is an end I put on this myself. This takes a 1/4 inch NPT, just a standard fitting. This is a CGA 347. What's unique about this, or what's special about this, I bet you some of you guys have some of those old SCBA tanks, like the fireman tanks. This is the end they use, and if you've got a hose like this, these things are a pain in the butt, because either this O-ring breaks or this little bleeder wears out. These things can be problematic. So, want to ditch this? Great idea, let's ditch that. We'll go right to something like this, which I just put a hand-tight fitting on here. You can get them at Amazon or wherever you want to get them, or you can order them with that fitting on it. Okay, so now I've got this rigged up. What do? I've got an adjustment here. This knob right here, there's a little Allen's key, but you can actually turn it with your fingers. This adjusts my output. So if I have this off and I go ahead and open this bottle, I've got 5,000 PSI, and whatever I've got set here, let's see. Okay, that's set to just over 3,000 PSI. So if I had a hose coming off this side, this would output 3,000, and to bleed it, hold on a second, let's go ahead and charge it. Okay, and to bleed it, you just go backwards and it automatically bleeds. So this little device is very, very cool, and it's not just for these big tanks. If you've got one of those old SCBA tanks, that's pretty cool. Now we also have them configured with a DIN connector, and this is where I think tethering becomes kind of a cool concept. So let's say I've got the new gauntlet here, and this happens to be the new gauntlet, and I want to figure out exactly what is the best pressure, the optimal pressure for power. Well, I could get a Ninja bottle, and I could start playing with the regulator or ordering a bunch of bottles at different pressures, and you can do that. Or you can get this little fill stick. And I've got this set up at right around 1200 PSI. So I can actually go ahead and, let's make sure everything's shut off here. I can go ahead and pressurize this. Now I'm at full pressure here. When I open this valve, pressurizes the gun. And now I can actually adjust my output and do some really legitimate testing so that every shot is just as consistent on this regulator as it is off the bottle. But I can go from 1000 PSI, 900 PSI, up to 14, 15, 16, 17, 1800 PSI, whatever, and I can find the best pellet at the best pressure. Then I can go to a place like Ninja and say, hey, I need this bottle at this pressure, and I can know exactly what kind of performance I'm going to get after I've done all that testing. This, I think, is very, very cool. I'll go ahead and shut this off, and what you're going to see now, when I open this valve, there's your bleed. So there you go. Super easy. Disconnect it, and away you go. I think that's super cool. If you've got one of these tanks that you're looking for a different, more elegant solution, so that when you're filling your gun, you can actually have a regulated output, so you're filling your gun to the same exact pressure every time. Something like this really, really fits, I think, a pretty unique need. So that's a little bit about some other ways you can fill your gun, some other cool things you can do. This again is the HPA Fill Stick from Ninja. If this is something you're interested in, get with me, message me, and we'll get you taken care of. For now, my name is Rick Utzer with Airgun Web, Airgun Web TV. Thanks for watching.